to this computer.
Hey, Caitlin, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Um, so, um, so before we start our session, I just want to um, take a few steps back, because I don't feel like I was optimally respectful in our last session, and it felt like it did not go the best. How was your experience?
Um, I felt like you don't have like the training necessarily to or knowledge about kind of the stuff I was talking about.
Okay, so you feel not qualified for it.
At the time, I don't know like what you've looked into since then, but just that some of the stuff I was talking about seemed like it was new to you
Okay,
or very.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely understand that. So can I take the time to apologize for my lack and my ignorance here?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that it's most people are not super educated on the kind of stuff I was talking about, so
yeah,
I appreciate you, you know, saying something about that.
yeah. Well, I'm sorry. So I want to emphasize like the strong desire to collaborate with you. And I know you've had like an incredible experience in counseling, that has benefited you in the past. But I did not take the time to get to know you in more depth. And that was disrespectful on my part, in all honesty. And if there's anything that I say in the session that causes like a firm reaction, please tell me immediately, before we continue. Maybe by like raising your hand, if I'm in the middle of a sentence or something like that, something nonverbal, that I can see like immediately. Um, and just if you can, and if you're willing, help me understand what words might be more appropriate to describe what you're experiencing.
hmm
Because you know your life and your experience best, and you know this topic best through your own lived experience, and through your knowledge. Um, so this time, I would like you to lead me more in your story so I can better understand.
Okay.
And um, I would also like to take a little bit more time to kind of be more specific in the ways I'd like to get to know you. Is that all right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay. Um, so first, let me start off by saying, I appreciate your forgiving nature here. So what city do you live in, and how long have you lived there?
I'm in Granville right now, Granville, Michigan, and I think
Okay.
I've lived here for like, oh my gosh, 6 years. Well, no, 3 years, 3 years, maybe 3 or 4 years.
Mhm.
Originally from Grand Rapids, and then I was in New York and LA for about 20 years.
Okay. Um, so which language are you most comfortable using in therapy sessions? Is
English is good.
Okay, all right. Um, so and what is your age?
I'm 44.
Okay. Please,
Or no, almost 44. Almost.
okay.
I
All
think.
right.
Sometimes I'm like, wait, how old am I? I don't know. I'm 15 at heart, so I get confused, but I think I'm almost 44.
Okay. And any sort of like developmental challenges you've experienced?
No.
Okay. Let's see here. Are there any like religious or spiritual practices that might be important for me to know?
I'm secular and I very much appreciate my therapy sessions being secular.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. And then how do you identify your gender and sexual orientation, and what, if anything, is most, and feel free to skip over anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. By the way, I should have told you that, but if anything doesn't apply to you, feel free to just wave it on, and just we'll skip right over it. Um, eh, uh,
Yeah, no
And
worries. Spike, stop. My cat's gonna get electrocuted. He's eating the Spike. He's eating the cord. Dumb cat, silly cat.
yeah.
I am a cisgender woman. My pronouns are she, her, and
Mhm.
I identify as androsexual.
Okay. I that's a new one for me. So could you explain that a little bit for me?
Yeah, so androsexual is being attracted to what's our society considers to be masculine, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a cisgendered man. It could be a trans man or like a butch lesbian or
Okay.
it could be anybody who reads to me as masculine.
Okay, gotcha. Kind of like the root word androgen, so
hmm
okay. So are there any like physical characteristics that impact your daily life?
No, I mean other than my fatness, which was what we were talking about last time. I think that being fat is part of being othered.
Right. Okay. And then how would you describe yourself ethnically within your family?
I'm Caucasian, white, with
Okay.
Irish, Dutch descent.
Okay. And then regarding your family members, wh- who do you consider to be family, and like what role did they play in your life?
Um, well, I have my children and their dad, so that's certainly
Mhm.
like a core family unit. And then extended family are like my parents, my brother, my nieces,
Mhm.
and then my friends are definitely like of my family, my close friends that I've had for a long time.
Okay, cool. And then how would you describe your financial status? Comfortable, some stress, or significant pressure?
Um, I would say I personally experience some stress. I know my partner
Mhm.
experiences significant stress as the primary breadwinner. Um,
Mm.
I just take I take the I'm like, fuck the man, money's evil. So I don't stress
Okay.
about it. But he does. He's more socialized to have to worry about that, I guess.
Okay. Um, so let's see here. On a scale of 1 to 10, one being no issue and 10 being extremely difficult, how do you typically handle situations when you feel completely overwhelmed?
I'm on medication. I'm on SSRI and Klonopin, so I think medicated I'm at a 5 or a 6.
Okay,
And unmedicated I'm like not doing well at all. I don't know. Yeah, what that would be like an
probably
8.
closer to the upper
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you very much for that. Now, I think last time you had said you went on a family trip.
I
Um,
did.
would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, I have talked to some friends about it because, my worry and kind of anticipation was, anticipation of my mother was, not unfounded. She like within being there of hours, because she's taking a GLP-1, said, "Oh, I've lost 20 pounds. Can you tell?" And it was in front of my kids, who are little girls, and then also in front of my nieces, who are little girls.
Oh,
And I've already asked that she not do that. I've like made that request
right.
many times. And, it's easier to like honor my own boundaries when I'm not like trapped in a cottage with somebody. Like I can't get up
Yeah,
early to leave. So, but
yeah,
I just said, "Hey, please, can we not talk about that? I've asked that we not, and I don't, want to talk about that." And she's like, "Oh, well, just shake your head yes or no," like to my sister-in-law. And then my sister-in-law's in this spot where she has to like take my side or take my mom's side because she agrees with me. Obviously, she doesn't want that kind of stuff talked about in front of her kids either. even though
Yeah.
she's very small-bodied, she's in recovery for an eating disorder.